Oof. Going live. Daddy-o. Yes, ma'am. Turn that down. geez. Yeah, very live. Okay. Dinoguy. You mix a dinosaur and a guy.
I'll pop on when I get down
there. Okay. Give me a thumbs up. I talk a little bit. Good morning, everybody. We're doing a little Dinoguy. They mix a dinosaur and a guy. I hope to launch on my birthday, September 5th. We're going to have a little Kickstarter. And I'm just messing with getting her done in between some paying work. And I was going pretty good this morning and figured it's always good motivation for me to get live. We'll get a video and get her done, as they say. Put the veins in. I've been very interested in these veiny muscle man forearms. Kind of put some guidelines in there. I don't know if you could see it. This guy comes like this, and there's just kind of drag some veins through there. I think it'll go like that, right? Then you put the furry arms. Kind of delineate the form there. Bone back there. Back and forth with the pen like that. I've seen Simon Bisley do that back and forth. He goes like this with a brush. Sort of copying his thing. Gets a kind of nice organic spray to it. There we go. Gonna put this little darkness back here. Ooh, look at that vein. Let's put it off over here. Love the veins. Oh, should it poke up through there? Over there. Maybe make 1, 2 veins back there. Tina gun. Let's see here. Crook of the arm. Dinoguy the 90. That's his name. Don't wear it out. Let me see here. Put them a little. Kind of go in there where the pec meets the bicep. Is that the bicep? And he says the 90 here. Actually, as like a too. And this side he says, yo, I gotta go back in the book, change them all. It's like Yo MTV Raps. Get some 90 Easter eggs into the book. Back to that wild and woolly decade. Muscle-bound combat. Comic book heroes with furry fur on them. That side came out better. Putting the Y, the Jim Lee Y's. Says these things make a Y. Here's a Y. This is a Y. This is supposed to be a Y. Oop. They won't come in with some white out. Mess that up. Not too bad though. He's got a tail. Here's the tail back here. He's got like the spikes. One. Put another spike like here. Small spike. Two goes to about there. Put the grass in the back. Bottom of the tail. Whoop. Messed that up. Oops. And up here. Thanks for watching on this beautiful Tuesday morning. You can see there's a few people. Little Godzilla spikes back here. Make him look like a dinosaur. He doesn't look that much like a dinosaur for a guy named Dinoguy. But it's comic books. The stupid comic, yo. Atom Bomb Comics. Look at this. Johnny Nowhere right over here. Ooh, I'm kind of getting off the screen. He'll do his face, or look at that neck. Got all these tendons. Round out the neck spots. I'm trying to monitor if there's any interaction here. Want to ask any questions or just say hi. Beth from Millington said hi. The old Watchung Hills days. I can see who gave me the likes. I'll give you all a shout out. Eduardo Romero, thank you. Angie Crossweight, thank you, sir. Alexandria Miguel de Oyes, Ol Anigo, Nick Makoviak, I think he told me, I think I got that right. Wade Cave, hello. Let me write that there and do a like on there. Put your like on there. Hello, Wade. Oh, well, that worked. Get back to the comment section. Kind of learning how to work this. Let me see if I refresh this. Maybe I'll get back to the live chat. There we go. Let's see what else we got here. We got a boot. We got veins. Everybody loves the veins, right? Kind of got to slow down for those to make them look cool. Pew, 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 pew. Knuckles. There's some random veiny forearm stuff there. Ooh, what's that? That's that weird muscle in the back. I forget what they call that. Kind of pokes through there. The 90. His shoulder. That goes up there. This muscle. What's this? This bony landmark. Passes over. Ends up like around here or something. Put a bunch of lumps there. Bony landmarks. Let me see. That'd be the darkest, right? Darkest spot far away like that. Starts to lighten a little. Oh, gee. Vein. Ooh, what's this? Pants. Knee. Grass. Let me see. This goes there and here. Finish up this boot. I'll probably throw that into shadow so it's sort of white right now. That's going to be all. Try to pop it out with this Sharpie here. They don't use a Sharpie, so I grab the Sharpie and send it off like that. Yeah, nice and fast to get that grass in there. Nice black to separate the figure there. Uh-oh. Wavy Cave. Who else was I going to say hi to? Len Danovich, Dean Saul, Sam Wiley, Tommy Miller, Alley Cat, Bojan Dudick, John Baxley, Jesse Gray, Enzo Garza, Dean Saul, John Scrutter, Joe T. Tandon, Ian Jace Nichols. I think I said Alley Cat, right? I want to thank you for giving me a little thumbs up love there. Everybody probably, I didn't know what I figured. More for me to get the thing done. Maybe you're on people are on a subway or something. Train going to work. I don't know. Look at that. Whoop. Bring that down like. Try to make these Z patterns with it. That goes there, then it goes here, then it goes here, right? Now the smaller Sharpie, I wonder if these are, I think they made the Sharpie formula better than it used to be. I think so. there. That's a boot. Oh, I'm out of the picture, right? I'm right on the edge right there. I'm trying to look at the monitor and stay. Keep the drawing on. Great to watch you ink. Can't wait for you to do more videos. Thanks, Len. I'm going to try. As always, great work, Mr. Mannion, from Fabian Ribot. Thank you, sir. I'm going to hit the like button here and get back to it. Thanks so much, guys, for enjoying it and engaging a little bit. It's nice to have some company. While I try to get this thing done. Definitely wanted to go for about an hour and get quite a bit in an hour. That part there. Ooh, there's a lot of stuff up here that's going to be fun. I'll go up here. Let me put the neck things there. This guy's got a tank top on all the time. Johnny Nowhere. He's kind of a regular sized guy. The elbow. But we might put the 90s Wolverine hair on these forearms too. He's trying to calm down our hero. Our hero's very angry, if I can tell by that face. He's kind of like, uh-oh. It's Paul Pope looking guy. Let's see here. He's a little worried. That ear looks a little big. I'll make it a little smaller. I like the messy 90s Paul Pope hair on there. Let me see here. Cheekbone. Just doing a little Popeye kind of. Right? Twist into the neck, we'll put that there, right? What is that there? Hair sticking out. Dinoguy back spikes here. There's one, he has another one. Oops, messed that up. Is there any plan to get your works translated in French? For my fellow not-English speaking reading comics appreciator. Thanks, Fabian. I'd love to. I don't know. I haven't been approached. It was a while ago. We actually started to get... We had a Serbian edition of Fearless Dawn. And a Spanish one. I think it was in Spain. Tyrannosaurus books. But they sort of... I don't think it paid off for the publishers, so I don't know if they'll come at me again until I'm I don't know. Probably not. Those poor publishers out there. I'm lucky I got the Kickstarter to do like 300 of these. I'll print 300, 500 or something. And there's some stores, I think, that'll take some off my hands. Last run we did 500. Still got a few boxes full of those things. Fearless Dawn shorts. So we'll see. Look at his ugly hand. I'm going to draw this. Fingernail. What else we got? Maria Piper. Hey Maria. She says, hi, Steve. Let me see here. Do this grass. No, can't see that. Let me come over here. And see this hand, so I'll have to ink that. This is good. It really forces me to make some quick decisions. Get this silly book done. 1, 2, 3. And he sort of curled this one up a bit. 4. That's not bad. Not too bad. Thanks for answering. You know, I'm pretty sure small, bold French publishers could be interested. I don't have much network, but I'll see to that. You're too talented for not being represented here. Oh, thanks so much, Fabian. We got a lot of books. I think last I counted, we have like 14 books we could have. I wonder if even we could get the Hellboy Fearless Dawn done with like an Eric Powell's company. That would sell. They sell that one. Yeah, I'd love that. Thank you so much. I'd love for something like that to happen. Maybe they'd take off because it could stay steady, the releases or something. Maybe it would do well for them. But I know it's tough out there. I know the one fellow was like, really wanted to do it, give me a little advance, but those things just weren't moving. Like crazy or nothing. Must have been hard. Delacourt takes care of Hellboy. Well, I don't know if that, it might be weird that, they could probably, because Eric Powell grabbed that. Eric Powell put that one out. It's actually, Mike wanted to make sure that it wasn't part of Hellboy canon. It's just like this dream sequence that could have gone anywhere. I don't think it's going to make it to a Hellboy collection in the United States unless it's a Mannion collection from Albatross Funny Books with Eric Powell, because it was sort of meant to stick in that universe. It was totally meant to stick in that universe. I don't know if, but maybe Delacourt would call Eric Powell and they'd be like, yeah, print those up, get Mike a little check, get us all a little check, you know. I think. I don't know how it works. I haven't done it in a while, and not with somebody else's property like that in there. That's a funny thing. Mike was like, "Don't use the gun. That gun looks too much like the movie gun." And like Del Toro had a different like rights on the way his gun looked in that first or second movie. I forget which one. But I had to look up the Hellboy's gun, which is like a one-shot gun. I didn't even realize I drew it sort of with a cylinder, you know, like a 6-shooter. And I showed it to Mike, and Mike's like, "Wow, that's a good picture of my gun." I didn't know my gun looked like. A guy online had made a 3D model of Hellboy's gun. Mike was like, "Holy cow, that's..." Like the guy knew the gun better than Mike. It was pretty funny. But Mike knew enough that it wasn't a 6-shooter kind of, it looked too much like the movie gun, the first gun I had drawn. Neat little insider tidbit there when you're working with another property or so. Kind of cool stuff. It's a cool career. I'm very fortunate to do this stuff. Too big for me to reach. Oh, wow. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Maybe if Eric shoots it out. Delacourt is pretty big, right? What did, if you don't, Fabian, I'm not real familiar, but it sounds like Delacourt does a lot. What other titles would I be familiar with, perhaps? If you don't mind writing, you don't have to, but I don't keep a close eye on the European mark, but I love all the European comic art that I see. I like Mobius and Libertori and Libertor. Serpieri. Am I saying that? Serpieri. Those guys. Look at that hair. And also, sadly, I don't know, or maybe it's a good thing, but most of the publishing opportunities that I have had since I began, the publishers approach me. I usually don't fish around for work or something, you know. Even Mike came up to me he said, "Oh, we should do something." I was like, "Oh my God, okay, okay." But Mike came over to my table over in Mike Mignola. Bought a couple things, and then he got this bright idea that we stick Hellboy and Fearless Dawn together. But he wanted to go with a different publisher. I don't know what. He wanted to keep it out of the canon, I guess. I don't know what. It was fun. What else is going on? A lot of Image properties. All Star was property. That makes sense. Nothing like a Sharpie to get these things real quick, right? Yep. Here's another one back here. Let's bring it in back here. I love your inside story. Thanks, Fabian. Yeah, it was a neat thing to happen. Whew, that's mighty dark. See, now I want this to be dark too. Kind of. bring the darks all through there. Maybe if I put some finer lines on here, that's like a Jim Lee trick. I was watching Jim Lee on YouTube. He's cool. He's an awesome artist. Took me years to kind of appreciate what he does and really take a look. Adam Kubert I was looking at this week. X-Men. Jim Lee's great, real fast. And he grabs anything for those sketches. He did all those great sketches. Through the COVID there, I think he has a Twitch stream. And then they're up on YouTube too. I like to watch those guys draw. Learned a lot. And the Todd Father with the peanuts for hands. You're just drawing peanuts. I love that. The Todd Father. That goes around there, right? Oh, let's put a couple hairs in here. Maybe that's what's missing. Bring some white out in later. Todd McFarlane, Spawn. Put that in there. What else? The tail. There's the tail again. $23 minutes, 44 minutes. Huh. I'll wait till like an hour. We'll do like an hour. He's got the tail. Big black tail sticking out the butt of his pants there. It's comics. Fantasy comic, I guess. Dinosaur DNA mixed with a guy. We get Dinoguy. I was bummed Marvel had one, a teenager, I forget what his name was, Reptilicus or something. Reptilicus. I thought I was the first guy to... I was surprised that nobody really did. But it came out a few months ago, I don't think, really. Probably the best thing that happened to the characters. Marvel come after me and tell me not to draw it anymore. But it's don't. I don't think it's good. It's good to fly under the radar sometimes. Shh, be quiet. Nobody can come after me. Ain't worth it. Make my $300 and Mr. Mannion, do mainstream comics, Marvel, DC, doesn't appeal to you? Or didn't they reach for you? Fabian, I had a day job at DC Comics in the 90s where I fixed the lettering. I worked a machine there, a Xerox machine, and fixed lettering. And then I got out and did a couple little things for him and stuff like that. But it never really... I was going up there and getting work every time I got on the elevator. I knew everybody, so I'd get in. Oh, you got some inking? Oh, and I'd go get inking. I didn't like inking too much. But then I started working for Pearson Education, and the money's just much better. And I didn't pursue it too hard. It was like 99, year 2000. I did a Batman story, 2 Batman stories, two short story, like a fill-in issue where a guy, Bill Ray, turned it down or something, and they got me to do it real fast. And a Batman black and white. I still get little checks for that. But I love DC and Marvel characters. I'm loving them more than I ever did too. I'm really starting to look at but I don't know. Last time somebody tried to get it, they said there's no room at DC Comics for Steve Mannion or something like that. So I was like, my whole career is like, oh no, what am I going to do now, So we're in kind of a good spot. We're used to doing crowdfunding, and we're used to doing eBay. Sort of just had to come up with my own characters because I guess they weren't calling back, But he was good, so now I don't really... Like we're working, I got a lot of work. And none of it's because of those guys, really. Maybe some followed me over to that was a long time ago. Captain America, I drew for Marvel. I drew a whole issue of that. It seemed like the editor wanted to get Bob Harris. He said he had to sneak the cover through and everything. It was weird. Like he wanted to... So I did kind of dabble up there. Sure, I love those characters. They got a lot of cool characters. Wish they called me up. Are you influenced by the underground artists of the 60s and 70s? Oh, yeah. I got a real special place for Robert Crumb. He's got these interviews that I love to watch, too. I like how he thinks, too, and how he's just like, seems like a really interesting guy that I relate to a lot like that. Some of the other 70s guys I think are a little sloppier, I don't really like them, but Robert Crumb's really, he's like a standout. And I like Richard Corbin, of course. He's sort of, I don't know, I hate to say floated to the top of that movement, But he was always, oh my God, he's like amazing. God rest his soul. I guess he started out in the undergrounds. Who else? There were a couple of guys. Greg Irons. He was cool. So yeah, a few undergrounds. I wasn't real crazy about them. I liked war comics. I liked weird war tales, and when I was a little kid, that was like the only comics I got. Sergeant Rock and GI Combat. I liked the war comics. Let me see here. 10:15, 51 minutes, 9 more minutes to go. I don't know what else to do now. Let me see. I have... I'm trying to get an overall look. Let's see what we're looking like. Oh, I know who I could draw is... Way back here is his girlfriend right here. Nurse Francine. She's kind of way back here. But I just got her lightly penciled in. I got to put a little more work than this to go to inks on it. She's a little worried. She's got one of them nurse things on with the... Nurse Francine. And she kind of got that. I want her to be looking a little more directly at him. So maybe... Thanks for answering. I must admit my personal taste goes to independence. One creator-owned series, Mr. Monster. Oh yeah, that's great stuff. I'd love to do a Mr. Monster. Fear the Storm crossover. I was thinking of Wolf and Bird. Is that Mitch Bird? Was that his name? That guy was great. He did a cool dinosaurs and stuff. I think it's Mitch Bird. Indie comic scene now versus the big publishers. Yeah, it seems that I always kind of... I was up at the big publisher, like I said, and we got so many comics that they became really kind of like they didn't have any value. We used to get so many comp copies and stuff from Marvel and DC that they were like laying all over my house. I had this guy take over. He took 5 bagfuls of comics out. We used to get them every week, both piles. And times got tough, and then we only got DC. But they became like worthless to me. So I totally like the indies. I love working with Mike. I always appreciated Mike's Hellboy from afar, but he sent me a bunch of the graphic novels, and I'm buying like Hellboy graphic novels now. He's got a Hellboy fan out of it. But all that stuff, yeah, I like James Herron's got that new book with the giant monsters. I love that. I bought that. I actually buy them on what's that, Comixology, because I don't like to have a lot of stuff laying around and stuff, but I love that guy's work and that story. Yeah, it seems, and I think I was enjoying, was it Brubaker and Sean Phillips were doing something with a sort of a whodunit thing that I was enjoying. I forget what the name was, but I like that comic. Yeah, all independent comic. That's what I go to get. If I'm looking at artists, I like to look at the old X-Men and stuff like that and just see. It's exciting, you know. I think that the 90s work that they were doing was very exciting. So I kind of study art more than really I'm a fan of reading them or anything like that. I try to read them, I can't, but I still love how Adam Kubert draws all those X-Men and stuff, and Jim Lee draws the X-Men. I usually just look up JPEG. I'll put in Adam Kubert and just look at JPEGs. But what I've bought recently has been Hellboy books and James Herron's. Why can't I think of the name? What con are coming up on your list? Len, we are not going out for a while. We're gonna lay low. It's a little weird out there. we were gonna go to the mini con. I think we're gonna do Charlotte 2022. We might come out of our turtle shell over there, or whatever you want to say. That's for Len Danovich. Waltz Protescio and Larry Stroming. Good stuff. I guess I'm mostly... Jim Lee's just got so many of those. Through the epidemic here, I got hooked on the Jim Lee because he's got a lot of these... That's okay, I cut a lot out too. Yeah. I guess, yeah. We got a few calls from stores and stuff like that. I'm sort of interested, but then, I don't know. I got a lot of work to do here. I'm very fortunate. I'm blessed. So I'm just like I'm real close to the phone. I'm just gonna stay and send a JPEG through the mail and I get paid. Thank you, Jesus. Oh God, it's good. I ain't gotta deal with any of this madness. Do a Kickstarter. See, you got big boobs on me. That's not too bad. Una McGurk, my wife is watching. Hiya, honey. Yeah, the 1 year is funny. Before COVID, we got so many invites that year, starting with Italy. And by the end of the year, I said, man, I want to take a year off. And I was like, not this way. What an epidemic on our hands. But we took a year off all right. Anyway, I wear 2 pairs of glasses when I do the real detail stuff. That was a little face right there. But I can't really, I ain't seeing what else to mess with on there. Is there anything left to do here? What else is interesting? But that's not bad. I got that panel kind of done. Ooh, her face is a little, I'll probably put some white out on there. Got the shirt cut meme. I was doing that. I don't know if I'll finish that. I'm kind of tired. I don't know. Kind of tired of that. We'll just go. Ooh, nothing like a Sharpie to just, oh. Take the Sharpie and we go. Right there. 59 minutes. Look like quitting time, boys. I think I'm going to go have a cigarette. Maybe I'll come back later if I have some panels penciled in or something. This is good. Good for getting me finish this stuff. It's good to hang out and sort of answer some questions and things. Oh, my hun gave me a kiss right there. Let me give her. See you later, alligator. We got some great. Oh man. Let me give her the big love right there. There's Una. How are the different and in general public with comic art different from the U.S. market? How are the different and in general public with comic art different from the U.S. market? Len, I'm trying to read your question. I can't really. We've sent stuff all over the world. I know that. It seems like my stuff does appeal to the European market. We did very well out in when we went to Italy. I don't know about. I think that's what you're talking about. I'm sorry to say I can't. Maybe autocorrect kind of did something with it. I don't know. Trying to answer you, Len Danovich. Let me put a like on there. And Fabian, love your art. I love that it can be very detailed and oversimple. It reminds me of Sam Keith. Thank you. That's very high regards. I've been looking at a lot of Sam Keith, actually, that kind of brought this whole idea of the guy, no nose, big teeth, you know, crazy hair, crazy muscles, you know. He's great. I kind of discovered him. I discovered all these 90s guys when I was a day job in it. I just didn't really care. I wish I did, but I didn't. That's how it went. So I care now, and it's nice. It's like I get fresh eyes about it all or something, which is cool. I like that. I did that faster too. I don't know. I think I had it penciled in better. Anyway, how are the different? Correct. Reminds me of Sam Keith. Correct. Maybe Lynn's talking about the Sam Keith, but that's high. Oh my God. Thank you. That stuff is really, really super duper. And I'm glad he went to. I wonder if he made some bucks off of that. He just didn't, because he sort of had that cartoon, and then he's sort of gone, right? I don't know how he. 90s were a tough time. They were a scary time. I got hired right at the beginning of the craze, and then it seemed like we just sat around worrying about our job for the next 5 years up there. 4 years I was up there or something. Then I quit. Anyway, autocorrect is always messing me up. What I was trying to say is, and the European Comic Cons, and how do you generally find them to be? How are they different than U.S. shows? Shells. We went to just one in Europe. We went to that really strange, it was very intimate, Lake Como Art Fest, I think it's called. I can't, and it was really intimate. There was, it was great. It reminded me of just, I don't know, a small intimate show, and there were all these really very popular artists there. But for us, it was just great. I don't know what the other ones are like in Europe, but that one was, it was just nice. Art Adams and his daughter and my daughter were hit it off, and so we were just hanging out with them and going on boat rides and stuff like that. And there weren't too many people in the venue. It wasn't like I don't know. Here it's kind of a mob scene, which is cool also, you know. But there it was really. They had chairs that you'd pull up, so you could sit with like Adam Hughes and watch him draw. Adam Hughes was working like crazy there, and he was doing headshots, and we every pro had a little seat, and so you could pull it up, and you had your time with your pro. There were big larger lines. I mean, not like 20. What was it, like 15 to 20 for Adam? He would open up and then do it, and then take a break and stuff like that. But for us, it was beautiful. I don't know, but it was hard to. It's a really unique kind of show. I don't know if they're all like that, but we had a blast. Autocorrect is always messing me up. Autocorrect, man. I don't know about auto, right? It's kind of funny. You guys are making me work. All right. Maybe I should put it back in 5 minutes, sign up. Autocorrect is always messing. Ooh, I know what I can do. I could probably grab another page and work on that a little bit. I don't know. Ooh. No. Ooch. We gotta do this one. Look at this girl. I'll draw that. This is POW up here. Let's see. I gotta ink this one. P. O. This is cool. P-O. W. P-O-W. He got socked in the head. Look at that. Ooh, chunks are coming off here. That guy didn't get socked in the head. And go like this. Double that up. Maybe I'll use this thick. This guy's really cool. Big, fat, graphic one. Try that one. Da-da-da. Pow. I like the display lettering. Pow. Oh, Lordy. Well, cigarette time. Maybe we'll come back for another page. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. What's this thing up here? Linda Advert's watching. I'm going to wave. I'll just wave at you. And thanks, everybody, for watching. I'm going to take a break. Bye-bye.